Thank you, everyone. Anyone who wants to sit on chairs can sit on chairs. Here, please feel free to sit on chairs. If you want to go in between and sit on chairs, that's also fine. Screen is visible to everyone? Yes. It will be the latest one there.
Krishna Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
इनपुट खुद को आगे आएगा एक बार देखना आवाज आ रही है
Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
हरे कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा
क्लियर आ रही
माइक वहीं रख देता हूँ।
मुझे तो लगा दो ना ये पर। हाँ लगा दो
हाँ?
लगा दो ना प्रभु जी को।
कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम राम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम राम हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे राम राम हरे कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम कृष्ण बल जय जय राधे जय जय श्याम जय श्री वृंदावन धाम जय जय राधे जय जय श्याम जय श्री वृंदावन धाम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम कृष्ण बलराम जय वृंदावन धाम निताय गोप्रेमानंदे ओम अज्ञानतिमिरा everyone can see this. You can actually read with me alongside. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsa Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Sha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute तप्त कांचना गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये
वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे। लीड एंड फॉलो। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवतसेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवती नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः पंकजनाभाय नमः पंकजमालिने नमः पंकजनेत्राय नमस्ते पंकजांग्रे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरतिषे नमः। नमो ब्राह्मण्य देवाय गोब्राह्मणाहिताय च जगद्दिताय च कृष्णाय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। नमः ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। मुखं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुदेवतं श्रीपरमानन्दमाधवं श्रीचैतन्येश्वरम्। ओम अपवित्र पवित्र वा सर्वावस्थांगतो यत्स्मरेत् पुण्डरीकाक्षवाह्यान्तरशुचि। श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु श्री विष्णु। Thank you everyone. It's a Sunday today and you all spared time on a Sunday. In Kali Yuga, sparing time on a Sunday for something related to knowing about ourselves is not a small thing. I think many of us do not know many of us. There are few in this group who are actually in the devotee care servants group. Very few, and rest all of us are like came to actually, they are like new faces. So if we can actually quickly introduce each of us, I think that would definitely be great. But my humbly, really very, very grateful. On a Sunday spending time, taking 2 hours out from a weekend is not a possible thing. It's in Kali Yuga, it's something. Yeah, you can just say your name and where you are from. That's all. Supraja. Okay. Oh, wonderful. Okay. Many of us are software engineers here, so you can match that frequency. And your husband you can give so that we can relate. That would be easy for us.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Sunil Kumar.
Sunil Kumar.
Software consultant.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, myself Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
My name is Harihar Subramanian.
Harihar Subramanian. Okay.
Like I'm also near Richmond,
Oh, okay.
Sun City.
Uh-huh.
I'm working for Wipro.
Wipro, wonderful. So many of us looks like software engineers. Oh, bank, okay. So all of us can contact you.
Hi, this is
Neeraja Mataji.
Infosys.
Infosys. Oh, Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
My name is Badri Narayana.
Badri Narayana.
Talented mindfulness. Talented mindfulness. Software.
Okay. L&T, wow. Okay, how many are not from software? Okay.
My name is Moses.
Moksha.
Studying in 5th class.
Fifth class. Great. Which school?
Narayan.
Narayana. Very nice. I know Suresh.
Hare Krishna. My name is Suresh. From the Bhutan. Software engineer.
Hare Krishna. This is Srila from Manhattan.
Bindu Akka, I know. Yeah.
My name is Bindu. I'm from Mapleton. I give tuition to kids.
You should tell about your degree also. You should talk about your degree also.
Myself Satya. I'm from Sun City.
Software company, but not software.
I'm
Yes.
working for Wipro.
Yes.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, my name is Sanya. I'm studying in 12th.
Wonderful.
In Sri Chaitanya.
My name is Ramu, sir.
Ram Prasad.
Ramu.
Ram.
I'm working in Sri Lanka as manager.
Oh, you're also bank. Nice. Wonderful. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare.
My name is Kamal Sankritya.
Kamal?
Kamal Sankritya.
San Sankrutya. Wow, okay.
3rd class.
Third class. Okay. You can go to the boy.
My name is Vidya. Okay.
Which class?
I am studying in 3rd class.
Oh, nice.
Under International School.
Very nice. Now comes the DCS. You can introduce yourself.
Hare Krishna. My name is Divya. I'm a teacher.
Hare Krishna everyone. My name is Gopal. I am a homemaker.
This Rupali Mataji has a very specific skill set. You will slowly get to know.
Hare Krishna everyone. My name is Jyoti. I am a design engineer. Hare Krishna. I am Shilpi. I am into operations.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji. Myself, Rakshadip Sharma. I'm a teacher.
Akshas, pass the mic to Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji. So my name is Mayank and I am a software engineer in Microsoft.
Hare Krishna Mataji and Prabhuji. Myself Mohan, working in government as a software engineer.
Only two bankers. But nice to have, at times we used to have a house full of only software engineers, to be honest. In fact, if you look at all the DCS people are from software companies. Okay, but again, once again, thank you very much. Myself, I'm Uday. Actually, my initiated name is Udayananda Das. We will get to know what is initiated name and what is the actual name. The actual name is the name that my father and mother have given me. That is Uday. And when we wanted to serve more to the country or to the Supreme Lord and more devotees, you get something called initiation. Initiation means you get connected to that servants group. Then you get a new name. That's why in the name you will have, at the end you will have something called Das. So my name is Udayananda Dasa. Dasa means servant. So correct. You are a servant of, you're a servant of the Lord, servant of devotees, servant of people who are sitting here, right? So we become servants. And that's how we get that name called Dasa. And taking that name and not serving is not right. So you need to be ready to serve, then only you'll get that name called Dasa. Right? And I work for Microsoft as an engineering manager. Yeah, I'm a software. Yes. Yeah. I have been in Hyderabad like close to last 20 years. Yeah. Yeah, I have been working for the last 20 years. Right. Yeah. For a brief period I was in US. For a brief period I was in Europe. But other than that, mostly my thing is in Hyderabad itself. Yeah. And okay, while this is connecting, yeah, once again, thank you so much for coming and joining. Actually, Ramagaru, you work in the same bank or? You work for ICICI. You work for? SBI. That's a stable bank. So this is going to be a 12 sessions course, in the sense like these 12 sessions can we see? These 12 sessions can actually be covered in 6 sessions, or it can be covered in 12 sessions, or it can be covered in 1 year also. It depends on how fast we receive. And the reason why I said these 12 sessions can be covered in 6 weeks also is, anyone who is actually having, I have a back problem, so I take support of the wall. So there are enough of chairs, you can actually go and sit in the chairs, not a problem at all. Or if you don't want to sit in chair, you can take wall support. Definitely you can take chairs, there is no problem. Don't think that, okay, someone elder to me sitting down, that's okay. They're more healthy, so they can sit down. So please go ahead and then sit in the chair. At least I can't sit for longer, without a support. So I screwed up my health. So you can go and sit in the chair whenever you feel like. So there are going to be 12 sessions. In these 12 sessions, we will talk about the basic foundations. The reason why we have to talk about these foundations is, without foundation, most of the times, our faith gets more fragile. We wouldn't be able to keep if someone new comes, now I'm sitting here and then talking to you all. Do you have faith in me? Impossible. If you say that I have faith in you, that you're completely, cheating me. It is even a person sitting in saffron like a sadhu, you cannot build faith. Because the world is like that. So we were actually, one of the DCS called one family and said that, can you come and attend this, Science of Self-Realization course? Then they said, how much do you charge? We said, we don't. Now you are saying you don't, but after 3 weeks will you charge? Right? Then I think it's with Jyoti Mataji, right? So I asked her, tell them that we have executive bond seats at home. We will sign on that we will not charge anything even after 3 weeks. So it's very difficult. The whole world is like that, right? In the beginning, they will call you. Please come. Thank you for coming. You can take chair. You can sit in the chair or you can sit in. Yeah. And Rajini is my friend. She also lives in Mapletown. Like, Suresh family is from Mapletown and Rajini is also from Mapletown. So the reason why we can't keep faith in someone new is, the world is like that. Yesterday, Harshru was telling me about some, goof up happening in United States. So listening to all those things, it's not easy to keep faith. Actually, for children, there is Gopal's Corner. Prabhuji, can you call Sucharita and then come and start connecting Gopal? Yeah. So there are nice paintings that you can practice, and then there are nice slokas that you can practice, and then there are stories that will be told for children. Children can go into that corner. Happily, you can go and sit. Yeah. We can't make them sit for long. Very difficult. So you can't just invest faith in everyone and anyone, right? To build faith. That's why in our olden days, there is a sequence in which someone actually can build a relation with someone. The process starts with Shraddha, which is you have to first build faith, then Sangha, Then it goes into 9 steps. Finally, it comes to a stage where we can actually, build love towards others. Without this faith, you cannot build love and affection. And without affection, you cannot believe in anyone. Right? So even if I give you a scriptural book like Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, the foremost difficult thing is we read it, but we cannot keep faith in it. How many of you agree with that? Many of us have read Bhagavad Gita slokas, right? In Bhagavad Gita slokas, Krishna says, Sarvadharman Parityajya, this is a very famous sloka, many of us might have heard. Sarvadharman Parityajya, Mamekam Sharanam Raja. So what he is saying is, leave everything and put faith in me. I will take care of you. How many of you have faith in it? That Krishna will take care of you. At least I don't have faith in. If you are saying I have faith, you are cheating yourself. We can't even have faith in Krishna. Have you had faith, you would have left everything. We all would have left our software jobs by now. But it doesn't mean that Sarvadharman Parityajya means Krishna is not asking us to leave our software jobs or every other job. What Krishna is saying is, do it for me. So you might get a question. If Krishna is saying that leave everything, how will I survive? The same sloka, when Bhagavad Gita was spoken, it was spoken on Kurukshetra battlegrounds. The discussion is between Krishna and Arjuna. Right? And what was Arjuna saying? Arjuna was saying, Karpanya dosa pahata svabhava, prichami tvam dharma sammuda cheta. So what Arjuna is saying is, I am not able to behold. How many of you seen that movie, Kalki? No? So in Kalki movie, there is one big, Rajni, చూసారా మీరు కల్కి మూవీ? చూడలేదా? చూడాలి. సురేష్ చూసావా? So Kalki movie, there is one big Gandiva. People touching it, they burn into ashes. What the director showed is nothing. Gandiva was the bow of Lord Vishnu, Lord Shiva. Can you imagine? Who is Lord Shiva? You can't even imagine what Lord Shiva is. Whatever is shown in the movies and all, it's nothing. It's nothing. We can't even imagine what Lord Shiva is. Such a powerful personality he is. Right? So, Lord Shiva's bow, it was given to Arjuna. So, can we imagine lifting it? So, such a powerful person Arjuna is. Such a personality, when he was lifting Gandiva, he was telling that I am not able to behold Gandiva because I have to kill my own kinsman. So, then what did Krishna do? Krishna told him what is supposed to be done. Then what happened? Shastra said, Arjuna's energy became multifolded, thousands and thousand times it became. So what happened is, after that, when Arjuna was leaving an arrow, that arrow is keying through, how many of you know banyan trees? ఇప్పుడు కనబడవు banyan trees ఎక్కడ, మర్రి చెట్లు ఎక్కడ కనబడవు, చాలా కష్టం. మర్రి చెట్టు అంటే ఇట్స్ లైక్ మేబీ ఇట్స్ న్యూ ఫర్ ఈవెన్ చిల్డ్రన్. The banyan tree's trunk will be 2 meters of 2 meters diameter. So when Arjuna, after getting instructed by Krishna, when he was leaving arrows, it was keying through 100 trunks of trees and killing the enemy. That's how he became. That's what happens when you take shelter of Krishna. So when Krishna saying Sarvadharman Parityajya, he is not saying leave your software job, leave your job in ICICI Bank, leave your job in State Bank, leave your job in Microsoft. He is not asking us to leave our jobs. What he is saying is, attribute the results to me. Then whatever you do will become thousandfold better. It's me who is the best example. Right? So, but the same Krishna is telling us also through Bhagavad Gita. When he told Arjuna, Arjuna could hear him. Why Arjuna heard and why we are not hearing? Arjuna heard him because they were already close friends. He had faith in Krishna. But whereas far as how many of you have seen Krishna? We haven't seen Krishna till now, right? So, this whole sessions are to actually build faith in Shastras. Right? Once we have faith in Shastras, whatever Krishna tells, we will be able to digest it and implement it. That is the whole process of this SSR. It says science of self-realization. Self means not us, the soul sitting inside. We wanted to take out the soul. So at the end of these 12 sessions, either you will prove me I am wrong or I will prove you that there is soul. One of these two things is going to happen for sure. Okay, so to start with, the first one is in search of happiness. Today we'll start with that session. So we were supposed to start at 10 o'clock, but because we got a little delayed, so if there is a 1 hour delay, I'll try to close it. I'll try to still stick to the time by 12:30. Right? I'll try to close this session in another 1 hour. So what is that one thing all of us are actually craving for?
So many of us, most of the times we scroll through phones. Do you know the reason? Huh? Yeah. There is some kick that phones are giving, right? Which humans are not able to give. That is the problem. That is exactly the problem. So, when we scroll, right, even we don't stick to one video when we are scrolling the phone. We continuously scroll and scroll and scroll and scroll. Of course, someone is controlled. If someone has that self-control, don't do that. But otherwise, we just scroll for the only reason that we are not getting that happiness either in the friends, our family, our job, anything for that matter. So we are trying to look something which is beyond these, minuscule happinesses that we are getting, right? So now to actually stop scrolling phone and to actually start investing in relations, we should try to first understand what is happiness, right? So it is not only in human beings, even in animals, the same thing is, if someone is doing something, means what is it that they do for? If you go to office, will you go for feeling sad? Will you go and wait for your manager to come and scold you in the morning, Monday? None of us go to offices to get scolded, right? But of course, that's what eventually is happening. That's a different story though, right? None of us go to any place for that matter. Did you all come here to cry? To sit happily and listen to something and do some bhajan and then experience that happiness and go, right? Okay, again I'm saying, if anyone wants to sit on the chairs, please sit. There are enough chairs. Please feel free to go and sit in chairs. And many of us actually have screwed up our health, so we are not ashamed of it. Please go and sit in the chairs. So all these animals, the monkey, the Charlie Chaplin, the bird, the small boy, anyone and everyone in this entire world are looking for one thing. Do you agree? Why are we earning money? At the end of the day, everything leads to happiness. For that matter, there are some people who go and watch horror movies and 12 o'clock in the night. How many of you have done that? Why do we do that? That's also for happiness. That's another Rakshasa Anandam. Paisachika Anandam. So every one of us are looking for happiness. So how do you derive that pleasure? Any examples? How many of you have attended this session before? You both attended, right? So you can't answer. Mayank Prabhu, did you attend? Mohan Prabhu? You did not attend, right? Yeah, then you can answer. So how do we derive this happiness? Any guesses? No guesses? Working like donkeys? That also can derive some happiness, right? So if you don't have answers, let me give the answers. Through eating? Yes, eating is the first thing, right? At least I am a foodie. I like to eat a lot. Of course. Sleeping, defending, and producing children. How do you know? I want to take an example. I just want to understand how are we different from animals in this process. Do animals eat? Do they derive pleasure in it? Usually in MAP, this is a gated community, right? The dogs were not allowed inside. But I always see one black dog in this community. And how it comes into the community, right? Every time, when we were earlier staying in 222, I think Suresh knows, we were in 222. And that black dog always every day used to see that dog. And my wife used to literally scold the security guards. What the heck are these guys doing? They allow all the dogs and all. I used to tell, okay, it's deriving its pleasure, let it eat. Right? It's now coming now also. Sleeping. Can anyone sleep non-stop for one day? One day you can't sleep, huh? I can easily sleep for one day. Huh? So, we are trying to see anyone can compete here. I can't sleep for more than 6 hours. Actually, polar bears, they can continuously sleep for 6 months without eating. Kumbhakarna can sleep for years and years together. So, what it means is, polar bear is better than us in sleeping. Can we defeat polar bear? We can't. Can we defeat elephant in eating? So even in eating, if we have to compete with animals, we can't defeat. Even in sleeping also, we can't defeat. Now, coming to defending.
How good are we at defending our children, our family? One of my friend has a farmhouse in Mudimiyal, right? That farmhouse was made just for weekend trips. We used to very frequently go there. They grew even small hens there, right? So there is this rabbit, and there is a hen, and then there are dozen of chicks. Small chickens, right? So, chicks. So what happened is, once the rabbit was going close to the hen, close to the chick, small baby bird, the hen came running like anything. How many of you have seen this? If you are from village, you will get to know. When the eagles try to catch the chicks, right, the hen comes so fast, even the eagle cannot withstand. Right? Animals and birds are equally better than us in terms of protecting their families. Right? Now coming to reproduction. I think a dog gives birth to 12 baby dogs at a time. So we are no way better than animals in these 4 things. And these are the 4 things that gives the best pleasure to anyone, right? And we are not. So how are we different than animals? Is there any one thing that is different between us and animals? That one thing is very, very critical. Yes, intelligence. So is it an intelligent question to ask, what do humans have which animals don't? That is intelligence. What animals cannot that humans can? What is the difference between humans and other living entities? So Shastras says, is it visible to everyone? I am not saying this. Whatever 4 we said, the eating, mating, sleeping and defending, I am not saying that. Shastra is saying, in Mahabharata there is a sloka, everyone can repeat. Ahara nidra bhayamaitunam cha samanyametat pashubhir naranam dharmo hi eko adhiko vishesho dharmena hina pasubhit samana. What it means is, the propensity to eat, sleep, mate and defend are equal in animals and human beings. Only one extra thing is rewarded to humans, that is to establish their relationship with God. In other words, the only difference between human beings and animals is that human beings can be trained in science of spirituality, whereas animals cannot. If any human being does not attempt to learn about spiritual life, he is considered to be equal to an animal. Very strong statement. First time when I heard this, I said, I will not come to this session again. Seriously, right? So what is that one difference? Forget about, inquiring about God or not. But that one difference between animals and human beings is intelligence. If there is no intelligence, we also are equal to animals. There is no difference between us and them. Do you all agree? Yeah. Right? So what do we have to use that intelligence for? What is human intelligence for? First of all, do we have to use that intelligence? Without using that intelligence, so what do we have to use that intelligence for? So I went to a temple in the morning, right? I don't want to take the name of the person. That person is from Appletown only. He came to this Narsingdev temple, right? And the person, when I was on the road, he's like literally getting irritated because the pujari is not coming to do puja, and this person is getting frustrated. He was literally getting frustrated. So I was seeing what is the difference between, and he's actually not only getting frustrated, he's shouting at his family. I was actually thinking, like, how many hours God has given us? In a day, 24. In a year, I'm bad at math. Close to 365 days into 24 hours. So this guy came to a temple. Today is Swati Nakshatram, very good day, very auspicious day. He came to Narsingdev temple, and Narsingdev appeared on Swati Nakshatram. That's why it is very prominent for doing Narsingdev puja on Swati Nakshatram. And this guy came to the temple. He's getting so frustrated. He's not able to give back even 15 minutes back to the God. So the pujari said, you all can actually go and sit in the chairs. Don't feel ashamed of it. Right? So this guy, he's not able to wait for 15 minutes. He was actually telling that I have
so much money, so much of business. I can't wait, I have to make more money and I can't wait here. And that person is maybe close to 70 years old. I was thinking, how many more years can you actually hold on to that whatever 10, 20 crores? Okay, probably, I don't know how much a villa costs here, probably 5, 6 crores, right? How many more years, Suresh, how many more years can you hold this 6 crores property? After you die, will it come with you? Neither comes with me, right? And this guy is like 70 years old and he's talking about all the appliances he has at Lord's temple. I was thinking, like how many more years this person is going to have these properties? If you have too much of attachment to something, it is very clearly said, if you are too much attached to something, you will take birth as a dog in your next life, like that black dog. Probably that black dog belongs to one of the villas here, so it's not able to leave it. Despite of how many beatings that it gets from the security guards, it comes and enters and lodges here because it has attachment, right? If you're too much attached to sleep, right? You will take. That's why I asked what's the max time that someone can sleep, right? If you're too much attached to sleep, you will take birth as bear. So what happens is, of course, when we go deeper and deeper into these sessions, we will try to understand there is soul. The memory is for the soul, not for the body. Whatever memories the soul has, the soul is going to take. Some of us are. How many of you are scared of water? The swimming pool got opened again. How many of you are scared of water? You're scared of water? Yes. How many of you are scared of darkness? I'm scared. So when you look at others, they're not scared of it. Do you know the reason? Do you know Sachin Tendulkar and Kambli? They underwent same education, sports education from the same academy. Despite of that, Sachin Tendulkar was considered as god of cricket, whereas Kambli not. Do you know the reason? Some people think that I'm intelligent, I can do anything, but it's not because of your intelligence. It is because of your past lives. We have lived many, many lives. And those memories are the ones which actually haunts us. How many of you seen that movie Manmadhudu? Very old movie. I was doing engineering at that time. In that movie, Nagarjuna was scared of water. The reason, it's just an example I'm taking up. Many are scared of water. Many are scared of fire. Many are scared of darkness. The reason for this is in the past life we suffered because of that. One of my cousin brother, he was scared of flowers. He took, after he was born, we were thinking, whenever we bring flowers close to him, he used to scream like anything. He was 6 years, 7 years, still he was scared of flowers. He used to run away for flowers when we bring flowers close to him. We used to think like how this guy will survive after marriage. Right? He's so scared of flowers. It doesn't just happen like that. Sachin Tendulkar did not become god of cricket in this life. He has been god of cricket in many past lives. Right? There is one sadhu, his name is Radheshyam Das, and once he said, whenever he was reading slokas for the first time, right, he feels that he can actually, the first time he was reading it, but he could close his eyes and then read the slokas. How? He read it in his past life. We will go through those sessions. There are very, very interesting sessions, right? We'll go through. So human intelligence is to discriminate good versus bad, permanent versus temporary, freedom versus real freedom. If we don't do that, if we don't try to inquire, what are we? We are kripanas. Keeping in this material world, keeping money in lockers is not kripana. Kripana means miser. If someone is keeping something, not using it, for example, money in Swiss bank. Recently they released that Swiss bank account details for some of the people who are no more on this world. That's what happens, right? If you're just trying to keep it, don't spend it. This is eventually what is going to happen, right? So if you have intelligence, if you think that you have intelligence, you need to use it. For what? How many of us are scared of death? No one is scared of death? I'm scared of death at least. Okay, how many of you are not scared of death? So very few of us are not scared of death. I'm reversing the question so that we raise our hands, right? Many of us are actually scared of death. But once you get to know who you are, you will not be scared of death. How many of you have problems like panic attacks or some anxiety, I used to, right? And when like 10 years back, I used to get panic attacks. I was so scared, thinking that what will happen to my daughter, what will happen to my wife, right? What will happen to my parents? But, after you attend these sessions, okay, I'll tell you the reason why you're scared of death. If I tell you that I'll give you some nice mansion in Seattle, I'm taking Seattle because I work for some time for Microsoft, right? So if I give you, not Seattle is not a cozy climate, Chicago. Chicago is a very good climate. Half of the people there are Indians only. Climate is very good. If I give you a mansion in Chicago, maybe let's go to little villagey type. There is a place called Oak Brook. Let's say I'll give you a mansion in Oak Brook, and I'll tell you that you can happily live for next 5 years in that mansion. I'll give you flight tickets, business class. How many of us are not ready to go there? How many of us are ready to go there? If you say that I don't want to leave my family here, tickets are given for your family also. How many of you don't say that I don't want to go, come on. Right? If I tell you that I'll give you the same mansion, same tickets, everything, but I want you to go to South Africa. How many of you want to go? If I tell Pakistan, no one will want to go, but that's a different story. But if I tell you South Africa, many of us think twice. Maybe or may not be. The reason is we don't know what is there on the other side. We don't know what is there in South Africa. That's why we don't want to go. But Chicago, we, directly or indirectly, we know that, how the country looks like, how the people are so cozy. Usually they don't harm unless once in a while a mad person comes out with a rifle and then shoots. That's a different story though, right? So many of us are, if we don't know about the other side of the world, we usually don't tend to go. But I can tell you, when someone becomes a devotee, someone becoming devotee means what? Doing japa every day? No. Even Bhagavatam 5th canto says, even if someone sarcastically says, many of us sang the Hare Krishna Mahamantra now, right? In the beginning. We so nicely sang. Because now everyone came, should we sing once more? For 2 minutes? Because some of us have joined just now, right? Prastham? Harsh Prabhu? Divya Mataji Kartal. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Right time ko chalo. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
It feels so nice, right? We'll do Kirtan again towards the end. So, in Bhagavatam, Krishna is saying, even if someone says this Hare Krishna Mahamantra sarcastically, Sarcastically means not jovially. Sarcastically is next level. You criticize someone. That is sarcasm, right? So even if someone says this Hare Krishna mantra once in their life, he can become a devotee. Once someone becomes a devotee, what will happen to him after his death? He goes back to Goloka. So what it means is, if someone has said this mantra means their journey to Goloka started. That's what it means. Now after this, it all depends on how fast you want to inculcate bhakti and how slow you want to inculcate bhakti. This is, I'm not saying this. Bhagavatam 5th canto says this. It is they are not, whatever we are speaking here, everything has proof, scriptural proof, right? So you all are assured of going back to Goloka. How? Because you all said Hare Krishna mantra now. Now it depends. You may come back and say that will I go to Goloka in this life? That I'm not sure. Why am I not sure? It depends on how fast you want to inculcate. Now if you go to Goloka, what happens? If you go to Goloka, what is that extra thing that you have there which is not here? That is what we are going to discuss in this session for today. Very, very interesting topic. In fact, it is said, if someone who leaves the body without knowing what they are, you know, what will happen? Many of us will think when someone dies, right, we think that, okay, chala happy ga chanipayadu, chala easy ga body వదిలేసాడు అని అంటాం. Do you know the person who leaves the body without knowing who is God, they experience 43,000 scorpion bites in one time. ఎవరికన్నా కుట్టిందా స్కార్పియన్? Did anyone get a scorpion bite ever in my life? I got once here, unfortunately. It was so painful. It bit at 3 o'clock. Oh my Krishna, it's like 24 hours you will suffer like anything. And when I was attending this session for the first time, someone told me that you will get a pain of 43,000 scorpion bites. I said I don't want to become a non-devotee. Because for a non-devotee, when they leave the body, you may think, చాలా మంది అంటాం కదా, అబ్బా ఎంత ప్రశాంతంగా చనిపోయాడు, ఎత్తుకోలేదు దించుకోలేదని. That's all nonsense. If someone leaves the body without knowing who is Krishna, who is Shiva, they will undergo a pain of 43,000 scorpion bites. On the other hand, for a devotee, Garuda comes. What is that Vimanam described in Ramayana? Pushpaka. Pushpaka Vimanam comes if they want to go to Lord Ram. Garuda comes if they want to go to Vaikuntha. Right? So this is what the beauty you will have by knowing what is Krishna. Right? So if you don't try to learn what is Shastra, what are we, what will happen to us? Are we going to Chicago mansion, or are we going to Pakistan mansion, or are we going to South Africa mansion? If you don't get to know where we are going, we are called Kripanas. Because we are not using the God-given intelligence. Do you think you have these questions? Why am I always looking for happiness? What is stopping me from being happy? Why are problems coming to me? This is a famous question, right? Why me? Yes or no? Why not the neighbor? Right? When you get good rank, you never say why not the neighbor. But when the stock goes down, why me? Why Microsoft stock is going down to went down to 400? It really went down, Microsoft stock. What are the real problems of life? Did anyone have this question? What are the real problems of life? How do I solve the real problem in life? Is there a process to permanently solve the problems? Can I achieve uninterrupted and unconditional happiness? If you have the last question, means you are sorted. How many of you have this last question? Okay, now if you are given job of a president of India or president of US for that matter, what is the problem that you want to solve? Mic will come to you. You can raise your hand, mic will come to you. Suresh, what problem do you want to solve? If you become Modi tomorrow morning, you get up and then you will see white hair and then Kanduva and then you become Modi. What problem will you solve? Wonderful. Srijana, you don't want to solve any problem? Bindu, any problem that you can think of that you want to solve? Give the mic, Suresh. Caste system. Very interesting, Mataji. You're the first one, telling this answer. Wonderful, yeah. Is it love marriage? Yours and your husband? That's why you say caste system. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else want to answer? Rajini? You don't want to solve any problem? Rupali Mataji? You want to solve any problem? Mike, Suresh, can you pass mic? Infrastructure? Okay. Okay, now we will see some interesting facts about what a real problem is. Of course, poverty, caste system. Caste system is a problem for many, one who want to go for love marriage. Right? Many victims are there. So what I'm trying to say is, we will try to define what is a real problem. For something to become a real, something to be called as a real problem. Do you have these problems? Children can go there. There is like Gopal's corner. You can nicely sit there and practice drawings. Do you have these problems? At least I don't have the first problem. That problem I crossed. Education is the problem. Are you still writing any exams or something? You faced it. Now your children must be facing it. So education is definitely a problem. So this question we asked. So Shastra says for something to be called as a problem, it has to pass through these criteria. It should be everyone's problem. Caste system, is it everyone's problem, Mataji? No. Mataji, infrastructure, is it everyone's problem? Not everyone's problem. We have good infrastructure. We could go host this satsang means we have good infrastructure, right? And what else is the definition? No one wants it. For something to be called as, please be careful here. If you want to call something as a problem, it has to qualify these three principles. It should be everyone's problem. No one wants that. No one can avoid it. Now can you think of a problem which falls in these three categories? Which falls in these three categories? Huh? Who said death? Yes. Is it everyone's problem? Can anyone escape death?